Bench Advice Show. Who do you start? Who do you sit? Who do you bank on? Who's the safer start? Who has more upside? And what do you need for week 3? I'm here to answer your questions. Let's go. Giddy up. So, I've got to say that I'm starting Josh Gordon in probably, I don't know, it's got to be 7 leagues of my 14, at least 7 or 8, a little bit over half. I'd say I'm starting Josh Gordon, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think he's going to have a big week. Edelman could too. I don't know that Brady's going to miss too much of a beat. So if you got Brady, go ahead and start him too, unless you got some other crazy options. What's up? Review that. What's up? Alba. Hazel. Gonna grab another beer, says review that. What's up, Aiden? Right here. If you missed it last night, by popular demand, I brought it back again. You won't get the one-on-one advice on sleeperu.com with us, but you get everything else if you go to sleeperu.com/deal, enter promo code FREEGORDON. That's on. That's respect to Josh Gordon, that he's free again to be a top, low-end wide receiver 1, or at least a high-end wide receiver 2. So enter free Gordon at this exact URL. You can't go to the main product, and it'll be $3.99. Limited time. Limited time. And don't feel cheated if you've already got the membership and you paid the full $29.99. You're getting the one-on-one advice. This product will have everything but that. What's up, Damon? Kyler Murray or Josh Allen? Allen's probably the safer bet. What's up, DJ? Good evening, Damon. Balls Life is in the house. Sonny, what's going on? Watkins or Robinson? I'm probably... Yeah, hit that thumbs up on the way in. Come on, have some manners. Watkins or Robinson? I'm going Watkins. I wouldn't blame anybody for going either. Jarrett says, yes, I was waiting. Hit the thumbs up on your way in. Start Mcdonald or Waller? God, that's a tough one, because I would have thought that Waller would have had this call no matter what, but I'm really starting to second guess that, because I think that Mason has such a connection with Mcdonald that it makes it a tough call now. I wouldn't have ever thought I'd be saying that, entering week 1 and week 2, but Mason is such a good connection with them. But I think I still go Waller, but Mcdonald might become top 5 worthy with Mason under center. A is late to the party. Not really. We just started. Mac playing. Let's check it out. Let's do a little news. Split screen here. Whoa, almost knocked over the drink. That would have sucked, because I would have had to clean it up on the live, because there's no way I could leave that all over the computer equipment. Almost pulled an oopsie. Okay, let's get the news up. Late night Smitty. Not really. This is like early. Aguilar, Mecole Hardman. I'm going Hardman. Witten, Ingram. I'm going Ingram. Vanilla says, yo, first time checking your channel, man. Videos seem solid so far. Thank you. Glad to have you. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell, and know that I go live. Let me move all this stuff out of my face. I go live every Sunday morning, so make sure you hit that bell so that you know when I go live in the morning. All right, let's get to the news. Jordan Reed could be weeks away from his return. What other news? Zeke Elliott. We can move this graphic out of the way for the moment. Elliott is expected to see his normal workload in week 3 against the Miami Dolphins. Should have a big game. I'm expecting a big game out of Zeke. I don't know about you guys, but anytime you play the Dolphins, it's good times. Good times. I'm hoping 125 and 2 touchdowns is what I'm hoping for Zeke. Ted Ginn off the injury report. Not worried about that. He shouldn't be starting for anybody. Traquan Smith out of week 3. It makes Ginn, I guess, I should backtrack on that a little bit. It makes Ginn an attractive potential injury filler in a large league. But, yeah, so watch Ginn. Every time you say something like that, that's the player that goes off. Ginn's going to have 100 yards and a touchdown. So now you got to start him because I said that Ginn shouldn't be starting for anybody. So now go start Teddy Ginn. Teddy Ginwater. Go start Teddy Ginwater with Bridgewater. What was the comment last night about Hernandez? Who was it that posted that? Hernandez, what was his first name? I forget what it was. Mac doesn't play. Which Colts running backs do you start? Let's search for Mac. See what they're saying about him. Oops, wrong Mac. Good old Marlin. He's questionable. Mac didn't practice until Friday this week. He's tentatively expected to suit up Sunday, but limited snaps are a real possibility considering he was spotted carrying, not wearing, he was carrying his walking boot. Well, Mac, that's not how you use a walking boot. You don't carry it, you put it on. That could be part of the problem. Now we know. So, if Mac is less than 100% by Sunday, Hines could also see plenty of work, but don't forget that Wilkins is probably the better start, as kind of noted here. So, Wilkins is probably the guy I'd play. Smash that like. Was watching the replay last night. Thank you, Michael. Expected. Shepard or Mixon. Come on. Come on. Jolie, take a big fat lap for that. Mixon is your second drafted player, is he not? You can't bench your second draft. I'm not even a big Joe Mixon fan, but you drafted this guy. You believed in him. I didn't. You believed in him. You drafted him as your second player, and you're considering benching him for... I'm not saying Shepard shouldn't find a way into your lineup as your wide receiver 3, but you cannot bench Joe Mixon if he's playing. Let's check Joe Mixon's health, though. He is banged up, but I do believe he's going to go. Yeah, I don't see anything for week 3 on him. You can't consider benching Joe Mixon. Old Antonio Brown news. Not a lot of news today. This is about it. We don't have much more of an update at all. But what we can do, let's get into the rankings for week. Let's get into the rankings for week 3. So this is sleeperu.com. If you want sleeperu.com for $3.99, who wouldn't, right? All you got to do is enter this promo code FREEGORDON. When you go to this link, you have to go to this link, sleeperu.com/deal. Normally it's $19.99. Now, it won't come with this Ask Smitty feature, the $3.99 version, but it'll come with everything else for $3.99. You get the rankings, weekly articles, bold predictions, win a league rankings. Some of the stuff is pre-draft, but there's so much in-season content as well. All the articles, digging deep, week 3, start bench rankings. Let's go into those. Let's go into the weekly rankings. So I haven't updated today as of some of the new stuff, so we can go over this and you guys tell me what you think. So here are the tiers. So we got Pat Mahomes in a tier by himself almost every single week, right? What's up, timer? Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Brady, Dak, Lamar. Does anybody feel that the guys in that 7 to 15 range deserve any of them to be in that tier 2? Or do you think anybody in tier 2 should be down in tier 3? Speak your mind. speak your mind. And no, there could be somebody, that needs to be pulled up on this. I need to make an update tonight. And I can update it live. What's up, Marcus? Lat Murray, Hines, Ty Johnson. Go Hines. It looks like he's going to get some run. Make sure Wilkins isn't available. He's a better start than Hines, I think. What's going on? Ceylon. Ceylon? What's up? Am I saying that right, Ceylon? Have Brady, Dak, and Lamar. You have yourself a problem. And Devin, you need to make a trade. And hogging up all those top 5, top 6 QBs should have you in a position to make a trade because not everybody can have that kind of a quarterback when you hold 3 of them. Move Ryan up a little. That's debatable, man. But I hear you. I'm okay with you liking that. Rodgers, a lot of people don't like him as much as I do this year. I think depending on the matchup, you could argue Deshaun Watson. You could argue Deshaun Watson's my number 2 on the year. I think Rodgers is going to have a big week, but so is Deshaun. They're 2 and 3 on the year. I like Deshaun Watson hands down as my number 2 QB right now. Mahomes is by far my number 1. Rodgers is a close second or third, almost tied for second with Watson, but Watson feels like he has so much potential to explode and be the one that's closest. I'm drinking Coke right now, but I'm okay with like a fountain Pepsi, but when I'm drinking like a can or a bottle, like it's Coke, man. Coke all the way. Do you guys think you should trade Mixon and Juju for Keenan? Hell no. I wouldn't trade Juju for Keenan. Kaner? No way. Smitty, Mac, Andrews, or Ingram? Hold on, let's go back to that question. Juju, we got to talk about this, Kaner. You're talking about trading 2. Let's make this big, because this is a big problem, Kaner. This is how big of a problem this is. Do you guys think I should trade Mixon and Juju for Keenan Allen? 2 weeks have gone by. 2 weeks, Kaner. 2 weeks. Now, consider it tough love, but this right here is lap-worthy material. Juju should get a little bit more of a chance, Kaner. Let me put it this way, Kaner. You should be proud that you own. You have the ability to make this kind of trade. This is a fantastic. I think I don't like Mixon, but the fact that you have the depth to kind of make this trade. Now, if Juju and Mixon are like your top 2 guys, you don't have anybody else that's worthy, then you're going to be hurting if you make this trade anyway. But if you have a ton of depth, which is what I'm guessing here, then that's awesome. But you do this trade and you're going to have no big guns left in your team at all. Hell no. I think I missed if you had an opinion on my possible trade. Oliver. Oh, we got a super chat. Super chat. Hold on. Danny. Thank you, Danny, first of all. Bad weather tomorrow at Kansas City. Lamar or Allen. You don't bench Lamar. Doesn't matter. Weather can blow over, and you think the weather is going to be bad based on all these reports, and then boom. It's clear skies and nothing. But even so, what's up, LD? Even so, you can't bench Lamar. Even if it looked like it was going to be bad weather. You just can't. You can't. He's doing too well. You did not pronounce my name correctly, but I will give you a pass because you're amazing. Thank you. God, can you give us the pronunciation again? I know you said Sue the first time. Then you said say. So it's say. I thought it was Ceylon. I don't know. Look at Kaner taking it like a man. Haha, thanks for the reply. Just worried about Mixon starts. I'm worried about Mixon too. So Kaner, let me follow this up. Trade him. Trade Mixon. I don't like him. I hate him. But Juju alone is worth more than Keenan. I'm not giving up on Juju after 1, 2, even 3, 4, 5 weeks. I'd give him 4 weeks. It's not Sue Clan, because I said that and he said it was wrong last time. Sue Clan. A's probably right, but I could have swore he came back and said Sue wasn't right. But but Mason's better than the hurt Clan. Clan? I thought that's what I said. JX said it correctly. I'm looking for it. JX. I can't find it. JX, put the pronunciation in here. Somebody help me. Breda or Robbie for Terry? I'd trade either for Terry. Trade, is that what your question was, Oliver? Hopefully I answered that. Trade Jackson for Hopkins. Have Dak. Why would you even hesitate on that, Dan? That's fantastic, bro. Hopkins for Jackson. If you can sell high on Jackson and sell that kind of high, yeah, go do it. That's awesome. Waller over Witten. You think Monty will go for 25 plus? He could. Jacobs or Connor? I go Jacobs. I'm not trusting Connor right now. Pick 3. Monty, Fitz, Hardman, Ridley. I go Monty, Fitz, and Ridley if you want to play it safe. If you want to roll that dice, Monty, Fitz, and Hardman. Or, I'm sorry, Monty, Ridley, and Hardman. And put Fitz in the bench. If you want to roll the dice. If you want safe, put in Fitz over Hardman. Do you flex Aguilar over Hardman? I don't. Darwin, I maybe start Darwin. You got to look at, Mikey, you got to look at what's going on in the morning with the news. And I'll be live here on youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow. And if you ever get lost, all you got to do is go to thefantasyfootballshow.com. I'll be here live, so you can come in and ask that question, and we should know more during that hour kicking off. I'll be here 1 hour before kickoff. So join me here at youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow, or 1 hour before kickoff into about 5 minutes before kickoff. All right, let's get on with the rankings. And you're asking me who against who. You'll be able to see this right here. So A-Rod, Deshaun, Tom Brady, Dak, Lamar, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Baker, Carson Wentz, who I feel like is always an injury-prone guy. Hit the thumbs up on your way in. Have some manners. Matt Ryan, Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, Winston. Winston's capable of being top 6 or 7 or being like the worst QB and being benched during the game. Such a mess. Brissett, I feel like could have a decent game. Mason Rudolph could turn heads. Jimmy Garoppolo could do better than this. Rivers, Stafford could do really well. Daniel Jones could surprise. Let's go with the running backs. Zeke against Miami. You just can't bench that kind of amazing matchup material. Lamar for Chubb is a great trade, says 7. Can you go to your wide receiver rankings? I will in a minute. We're getting there. Eckler, Kittle for Kamara, Waller. Yeah, I take Kamara, Waller. And I love Kittle, so that should tell you something. Andrews was the best. Ouch. Monty, Gore, D. Freeman, or McCoy. I go Monty. What's up, Alex? Notice I haven't thumbed up the video yet. Be right back while I take a lap. I still... Sioux Clan? I'm going to assume it's Sioux Clan. Put in the pronunciation. You said somebody set it up above, but there's too many questions, man. I can't scroll up and find it. So please put in your pronunciation. I'm going to nail it this time. I'm going to nail it. Or I'm taking a lap next time. Thoughts on Phillip Rivers this week? I think he's okay. Jimmy Garoppolo. You have no QB now, Nicholas. I'm sorry to hear that. Pick 2, Gordon, Thielen, Jacobs. I go Gordon and Thielen, but that's a tough dilemma. You need to make a trade. Zeke Olsen for Dak, Boyd, Ingram. I keep Zeke, man. Who would you start? Allen Robinson versus Josh Norman, Moore versus the Cardinals, or Cobb versus the Dolphins? I go Moore. Waller all the way. Sackland. I feel like you said different pronunciations, though. Sacklin. 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 Is that right? Sacklin? Sacklin. Sacklin. I think I got it. I got to remember that a certain way. Like I'm getting kicked in this sack, and then I'm landing the bold predictions. Sacklin style. Mark Andrews with the bad weather, or John Brown. John Brown, I think. Traded Mostert for Alshon Jeffrey. Thoughts? Hit the thumbs up. What's with the thumbs down, bro? Come on. Seriously. I'm in here answering your questions. You're going to come in here and drop one of these on me? Sacklin D. Sacklin D's. I like it, Mickey. Don't like Alshon, but smart trade. I don't know what trade you're talking about, but it sounds good. Do you think Darwin Thompson is a good pickup? I think he is. All right, let's get back to the running back. So, Zeke loved the matchup against Dallas, of course. Cook versus Oakland. Cook's going to go nuts. I love Cook. Cook could be the number 1 or number 2 running back even 8 weeks into the season. He's freaking fantastic. Barkley. How do you bench Barkley? How do you bench McCaffrey? No. I have some of the weirdest questions come through. You would not believe how many people have asked me if they should bench Kamara. You know, Kamara after 2 weeks. Christian says Eckler's overrated. I honestly think Eckler is not necessarily overrated per start, but yeah, on the season, people are forgetting how close Gordon is to coming back. Could come back at any moment. Sacklin, you got it the last time. Sacklin, haha, love the work you do, brother. Also, thank you, Max Fire Fantasy Report, for the kind words. Kicked in the sack. We're going to have a kicked in the sack segment for Sacklin. Cool show, says Dan. Dan, have you subscribed yet? That's the real question. Because people will come in, awesome show, they don't subscribe. That doesn't help the show grow. What's up, Alex? Playing Debo over Dorsett this week. I agree. I agree with that. Darwin as your running back 2 versus Chris Thompson. AP, Carlos Hyde. I go Darwin. As long as it looks like nothing's changed when we head into kickoff. You know, if it looks like he's going to get some run. Gurley or Carson. Scott, neither. I hope you land that one, man, but I guess Carson for now. I don't know. Levi, come on, Smitty. You skipped over my question like 3 times. Levi, do you know how fast they're going? Like, I'm trying my best, Levi. In my mind, I will take a lap for accidentally skipping over your questions. I got your question right here. Pick 1. 0.5 PPR, flex, Tyrell, Terry, Lindsey, Darwin. Terry, right? Tyrell's your safest play, Levi. And Darwin's your, like, roll that dice. You may have to pay for the room. You thought you were going to have comped in Vegas. You had a big week, and then you blew it all because he laid an egg. That's what Darwin can do for you, or he can absolutely comp your entire weekend. So pick your poison there. Super chat from Chris. Thank you, sir. Sup, Smitty, McCoy, D-Rob, or Mike Williams. I find myself wanting to start Demarcus Robinson more when I say D-Rob. It just gets me excited. Not going Mike Williams. McCoy feels like he could be limited. We don't even know what's going on with that. You got to go D-Rob. Ugly. I subscribed after I saw you riding the scooter doing a video. That's where the magic apparently happened. Hyde or Lockett for your flex. I go Lockett for right now. Let Hyde kind of prove he's going to be around for more than a quarter. Warrior, I'm thinking of trading Monty for Fournette. I'm not a big Fournette believer. I wouldn't think you're crazy for doing that, but I wouldn't do it. I'd rather have Monty. Monty's on the rise. Fournette could be any point on the decline. Who to start, Darwin or Mohamed Sanu? Darwin, as long as everything looks like he's going to get a lot of work, which I think it is. Levi says, I will go free Gordon now. Boom, Levi. I'm never ignoring you, Levi. I just don't see it. It's like if I start, what people got to realize is if I'm answering a question, my mind's not on like reading the questions that are going by. So if I'm talking about something, within 4 seconds, 5 seconds, all the questions that are in my vision are gone. So it's kind of hard to read it while I'm actually breaking something down. Kirk or Hardman? Kirk safe. Hardman's. Sometimes there's not answers, guys. I can't just like always give you a 100% lock answer. I mean, Hardman's your risky play, and Kirk is your safer play. Diggs and John Brown for Melvin Gordon. If you can weather through losing both wide receivers, I'd do it. But I'd almost think you could get Gordon for one of those guys. But if you can't and you have pretty good wide receivers, I'd do it. And I wait on Gordon. Maybe people even say bad things about it after you make the trade, but who cares? Wait a week. Lev, I asked you this yesterday, carry on or Monty, just wondering if your opinions changed. Love your channel. Well, here you go, Lev. Here's the true test, because I don't remember this question at all. I answer hundreds of questions across all the lives, if not like 1,000. So I don't remember what I told you. So let's see if I give you the same answer. We'll see how accurate I am with my own day-to-day predictions, because this stuff can change with the wind. I'm going to say carry on is a little bit riskier, and I don't know that he even has more upside or anything. I kind of feel like they both have similar upside. They both are kind of the same situation. Carry on, you want him to be unleashed a little more. Monty, you want him to be unleashed a little more. So talent for talent, everything being equal, I feel Monty is the better play. Did I say that last time? Alex, hey man, got to take out Singletary for Monty in our YouTube league before tomorrow. He ain't balling this week. Yeah, I know. I got to do all my lineups tonight. If anybody's in a league with me, I don't do that stuff till the last second, man. I've got so many things going on. And occasionally, once every 4 or 5 weeks, one of my teams gets unattended too. That's my bad. I do too many leagues. My other wide receiver is Odell, Hollywood, Hardman, and Green. Yeah, I love Odell. I love Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, I probably would maybe do that trade, man. Get Gordon. And you're rolling the dice a little bit. Hit the thumbs up on the way in. Don't be rude. You're rolling the dice a little bit for sure. But I take that risk, man. Lev, you said carry on yesterday. See? I even had warned you I could go the opposite way, because these are like 50-50 calls. But Lev, I'm thinking start Monty. I imagine I don't know that I gave you a for sure locked answer, did I? But I knew that was going to happen on that question. I sensed it, because I maybe sensed that I had said the other one and I was changing my mind. But, I mean, Carry On has the ability to go and explode and be very good. But I just don't trust him. Let's look at Carry On's stats from Let me pull it up. Before you lock it in, let's look it up. Kerryon Johnson. So Kerryon had 12 rushes for 41 yards, only 3.1 a pop. The week before, 3.1, 16 carries for 49. No rushing TDs. 1 receiving TD last week, 2 catches for 47 yards. He had over 88 yards total with a TD last week. Not a bad week. Honestly, didn't remember him pulling in a touchdown. But 12 carries. What are they saying about him in the news? Kerryon. We're talking about Kerryon. Handled 12 for 41. Even so, battle the split. He's splitting some time with Johnson. Yeah, I don't know. I go Monty. They're both kind of splitting some carries, man. Monty, Aguilar, Breda, Freeman. Oh, whoops, that was not Freeman. Breda, Aguilar, keeps moving. Let me put it on screen here. Monty, Nelson, Aguilar, Breda, pick 2. Breda and Montgomery, but man, that's the kind of stuff you get wrong all the time. Sacklin, nailed it. I almost forgot that I remember kicking myself in the sack, and I remembered it. Sacklin, every time you stream, I'm going to ask, what did you have for your meals today? I had eggs and pancakes for breakfast, rice and chicken for lunch, and chicken nuggets for dinner, snacks, chips, and M&Ms. I had a couple of these. I had an egg sandwich with bacon on it. So, kind of similar breakfast there. And I had pizza for dinner. And artichoke, Miss Smitty yelled in the background. Thank you. Do you think I can trade Cook and Gordon for one of the top 4 running backs? I think Cook is one of those top 4 running backs. Cannon, I think Cook is a top 3 running back, so don't trade Cook. And I assume you mean Josh Gordon. I hope you wouldn't consider trading Cook and Melvin Gordon for anyone, because Cook is already that good. Would I trade Josh Gordon and Cook for, like, Zeke? Honestly, right now, I'd just ride the Cook train. Detroit Free Press had favorable story about Ty Johnson. I like Ty Johnson. Very quick guy. So grab him in a deep league where you have, room to roster people. I picked up Jared Cook and dropped Sanu. Good move. I don't know. Derek, it's not a bad move or a good move. I'm kind of indifferent on it. I don't know that I'm playing. I mean, if you needed a tight end, Cook is, a decent play. Swad, Miles, Monty, Hardman, Darwin, or John Brown. Pick 2. Thanks, Smitty. Thank you, Swad. Monty and John Brown are safe. Monty and Darwin, or John Brown and Darwin, and I can't tell you which one you roll with. That's your riskier, high reward type play. I think Monty's got to be one of the players you play. Christian, big question. Antonio Brown can be dropped now or hold for a week. I hold for a week because you just don't know. I mean, this thing is... if anyone thinks the roller coaster ride is over, I don't know. I wait just a week. Unless there's a player that can win you a league or be a huge contributor to your lineup, like Darwin. Tell me who you're going to drop or pick up. Mostert or Darwin? That's a tough one because I think Mostert could have like 100 total yards. But if everything looks good in the morning, Darwin. And how will you know? You're going to come to this show, youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow, 1 hour before kickoff. And I'll be live for like 55 straight minutes right until kickoff. Just picked up Tate in PPR. I think he'll do nice, says Levi. He could. Lev, Carry-On is playing the Eagles defense is another reason to not start him. That's a good point. Super chat from Alex MB. Thank you, Alex. I have Odell Beckham Jr., Watkins, Hardman, Gordon, Fitz, and Cooks. Who do I start? I assume you can only play 3, Alex, but I'll give you them in order. So if it's 2, you'll have my order still. It'll still help you. Odell, lock him in. Josh Gordon is my 2. Lock him in. So if you can start only 2, there you go. For my 3rd, I'm going to roll with, God, this is one you're going to get wrong like literally 50% of the time. No matter if you collect group think on it like this and we all vote. I'm going to say Watkins, man, because of Mahomes. I know they're in bad weather potentially. If you wanted to play it safe, I would go Fitz, but if you'd like to roll the dice a little bit at that 3rd spot, I'd go Watkins. But Fitz would be safe. Cooks would be kind of safe. Hardman's even a bigger dice roll. But Hardman or Watkins, I feel like one of them is going to eat big. I hope you pick the right one. Thank you for the super chat. A with the super chat. Carson, Aaron Jones at running back, Carry-On or Gordon at flex. I go Aaron Jones, but that's me. Carson's capable of 100 and a touch during any game, but he's capable of fumbling his job away during any game. They keep giving him a chance, though. I don't know that he's... I'd say Aaron Jones is a riskier play, riskier bet, and Carson might be a tad safer, but Aaron Jones could have a big game, or he could, drop a 40-yard, no touchdown, 2 reception for 5-yard performance on you. So he has definitely risk of laying an egg. Carson feels steady, but just not as high of a ceiling in my opinion. Carry-On or Gordon, I go Josh Gordon over Carry-On, but that's me. I assume, 0.5 PPR. I still go Gordon, but that's me. Thank you, A. Should I trade Melvin Gordon and Christian Kirk for Devin Singletary and David Montgomery? Melvin Gordon, Christian Kirk. I would. I love Melvin Gordon, but he's not helping you right now. Like, the play for Melvin Gordon is when you can trade away, and you're trading for Melvin Gordon, but if you're giving up Monty and Singletary, that is probably hurting your lineup, I think. So I'd rather have the guys that are playing now. Well, Monty's playing now. I'd rather have Monty. I think Kirk is good. I guess it also depends on your receivers. Aaron Rodgers, Zeke, Elliott, Hyde. I'd try and get that player. So you're one move away, I think, of getting that team that can win it all. And you might have to trade. Don't trade Rodgers. Don't trade Zeke. Consider trading Hyde on the high. Consider trading him with a player that maybe you didn't list or Cooks. But if you can buy low on a Mike Evans right now, or you can buy low on a Juju, before week 3 kicks off, you can win your league based on this moment right here, Derek. So try and get on the horn with somebody early and get Juju when someone's panicking. I've seen Juju get benched in leagues where people ask me, should I bench Juju for, I don't know, a wide receiver 3. It's horrible. Take advantage of it. There's always a 10 to 15 second lag on a live. Thank you for the super chat, Jordan. Do I pick up Cam Newton? He got dropped in my 12-team full PPR league. I have Matt Ryan as my starter. Winston is currently my backup. Do I pick up Cam Newton? He got dropped in a 12-teamer. You have Matt Ryan as your starter. Winston as your backup. I think Winston's probably better than Cam banged up right now, so I think I hold on to the 2 QBs that you have. So this is Evan's last chance on my team this week. Well, what are you going to do with him, LD? Drop him? Trade him low? Start Mike Evans or Emmanuel Sanders. Come on, Henry. I'm not saying you shouldn't find a way to play Emmanuel Sanders as your 3rd receiver or your flex, but Evans is like 2 players away from this conversation. Evans needs to be your 1, and then you need to talk about your 2nd and 3rd wide receiver as to whether Sanders gets into your lineup. Brandon Cooks versus Josh Gordon. I go Josh Gordon myself, but you're not crazy to go either. Darwin, Gore, Duke. I go Darwin myself. Hawk or Chris Thompson. I go Hawk. How do I trade with people that are so greedy and will only accept Kamara or Kelsey no matter who I ask for? It's so annoying. Everybody in my league is like that. Can't make a trade to save my life. I've got a lot of those trades, and what you got to do is attack positions you aren't attacking right now. So if you're going after running backs constantly or whatever, try doing something different. Try going after some receivers, because apparently your league is set on not trading certain positions, or they just don't trade, period. So your only hope is to go after like something different, something you're not going after. Super chat from Alex MB again. Thank you, Alex. Look at you. Ito Smith takes over in Atlanta. 2.2 carry for Freeman. Give Freeman one more game, but I think you might be surprised. Ito might replace him, but Olsen shouldn't be counted out either. Let's see. Has Olsen even played yet, though? Watch him be dropped. Yeah, Olsen hasn't gotten a touch yet. And on the depth chart, but that doesn't mean he won't, so I'm kind of saying, like, prepare. Olsen's a damn good player. Depth chart would be Quadri Olsen is the number 3. Ito's the number 2. Brian Hill's also somebody to keep an eye on. They like Brian Hill a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Hill got a shot to start if something happened to Freeman. And the way this kind of goes is Freeman struggles, and I can envision him getting hurt or something to where he makes the decision for Atlanta. Hey, let's get somebody else in there and try him out. But I'm not feeling Devonta Freeman either right now. I'm really feeling like he's been a big disappointment. He had that risk if you drafted him of being a complete bust. He really did. But he had upside too. But you had to take him at the right spot. But thank you for the super chat, and my advice is to not bank on Ito, but consider him in a good position to get the start. What was Ito's carries? What's his workload look like? Ito Smith. So 4 carries last week for 32 yards, 6 carries for 31. Good yards per carry. He's averaging 6.3 a pop. Pulled in 3 receptions last week, only 2 for 13 yards, targeted 3 times. Ito could take over, man. I just think Quadri's the better player. Olsen, he's a mule. Steamroll over people. Jolie, D-Rob, let's call him D-Rob. That makes me want to start him. D-Rob or Christian Kurt. You mean Kirk? I go with Kirk if you need safety, security, no risk. But if you want to roll a dice and you're okay going home with nothing, D-Rob is probably your guy. Should you trade Thielen for Josh Gordon or Josh Gordon for Adams? Adams, what in the... Oh, Julio for Adams. Julio or Adams. Josh Gordon, Thielen and Josh... I'm sorry, I read that totally wrong. Should I trade... It's moving. The comment's moving, so I'm reading other questions with it. It's hard to read them sometimes. I got to throw it on the screen. So I threw it on the screen here. Should I trade Thielen and Josh Gordon for Julio or Adams? First of all, not Julio. If you're going to do that deal, do it for Adams. I definitely go get Adams. I think Adams is going to have a huge weeks 3 through 16. I have Odell and Hopkins as my other starters. Yeah, go get Adams, bro. Roll those 3 wide receivers out. That's crazy. Breda or Darwin. I go Darwin rest of season, but it's a little bit of a risk. Poindexter, Godwin, or Monty at flex tomorrow. I go Godwin for now, especially in PPR, but get ready for that to be a tough decision for you on the weekly as soon as Monty really cements himself into, for sure type of workload. And Poindexter, remind me, but it's you and I that have a bet. I don't do this bet with everybody. You can't just challenge me to a bet on anything I say. It gets really annoying when I can't say something without somebody going, Smitty, I'll bet you your life that doesn't happen. Take it or you're not a man. The answer to that is no. But, Poindexter, you and I have, I think, a bet. You're going to buy 2 subscriptions next year, right? If David Johnson outscores Dalvin Cook on the year through week 16. Let's make sure it's week 16. We're not going to play around with 17. Right here on the live. And if not, I comp you. If David Johnson outscores Dalvin Cook, I comp you a subscription in 2019. Get ready, Poindexter, to get smashed into the ground. You're going to lose that bet. MB, appreciate the input again. Ito is on my radar. I took Zeke and Gordon prior to Zeke signing, then still waiting for free Gordon. Struggling at running back 2. Wide receivers are pretty strong. Alex, don't drop Pollard. And if you already did, go grab him. You need to have Pollard and Zeke. Pollard is still one of the most important handcuffs in the entire league. And yet people are like dropping him because the buzz fell apart. You know, he's no longer got that buzz, so he's not even worthy of owning, which is so crazy. What's up with Darwin Thompson in a rain game versus the Ravens? I don't know. Hopefully somebody falls down and he takes it house. Is Nelson Aguilar a good start with Djax out? Yeah, not bad. How about rating this team? Jackson, Zeke, Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Cooper Kupp. I like it, Max. And you need to make a trade, but you're probably in is this an 8-team league? I'm not one to knock someone's hustle, but your YouTube handle and your page really cut it close towards Jason, Mike, and Andy's YouTube handle and their sponsor, Sleeper. What? What are you talking about, David? I don't even know what that means. I'm not one to knock someone's hustle, but your YouTube handle and your page really cut it close toward Jason's, Mike's, and Andy's. I'm assuming you're talking about the footballers' YouTube handle and their sponsor, Sleeper. Okay, first of all, David, I've had Sleeper U before Sleeper ever probably emerged. So, case in point number 1. Number 2, the fantasy footballers and the fantasy football show. How is that even I don't know what you're trying to say, David. It sounds like you're trying to knock my hustle, to be completely honest with you. But I don't understand the question. Because Sleeper U, that's my site. I've had that for a while. The fantasy football show, how is that the same as the fantasy footballers podcast or the fantasy footballers? And I'm good with the fantasy footballers, so just curious. But it is funny. I've never heard that before, I'll tell you that. Oh, take a lap. Take a lap, David. Rolling with Smitty. Thumb up the video, says Doobie. Thank you. He's the one knocking the hustle. David, I don't want to drive you away. I hope you become a part of the community, but I don't see your point at all. First of all, fantasy football and the fantasy football, those are very, very widely used names in the fantasy football industry. Completely. Like, everyone's using fantasy football. The is not that crazy to add. There are a lot of the fantasy football insert. And show and fantasy footballers. I'm not tying it together. And Sleeper, I have Sleeper U. Sleeper, it was Sleeper Bot, I think, for a long, long time. And they're the ones that changed it, I think, towards Sleeper later on. I've been Sleeper U, bro. That's how I roll. kind of funny. Smitty, are we counting injuries or no? No injuries. I don't even care if Dalvin Cook is injury prone. They're both probably equally injury prone. Allen Robinson or John Brown? John Brown. Right now, going bold, starting Aguilar at flex, but have Woods, Kerryon, and John Brown on the bench. I mean, dude, I'm not going to tell you not to take that or not to go with your gut on it, Zachary, because it'd be just my luck. I tell you no, and then Aguilar has 150 and a touchdown. But I mean, Kerryon or Brown feel a little safer. I feel like there's got to be another way to get Aguilar in your lineup. You know what I mean? If not, then roll with your gut. Hit the thumbs up on the way in. Even David, hit the thumbs up, man. Smitty, what's your take on O.J. Howard? I'm waiting and seeing on him, man. Should I trade Carlos Hyde and Dorsett for Juju? Absolutely, Derek. Like, without hesitation, that's one of the easiest questions I've had all night. Frank Gore, running back 2, no. I'd say flex. Sacklin, is this a championship team? Rodgers, Darwin, Monty, Juju, Godwin, Ridley, Eifert, Rodgers, Dalvin, Monty, Juju. Yeah, I think I could win it, dude. And trade Godwin on the high for Mike Thomas somehow. You know, go give Hyde and Godwin, or Hyde or upgrade Monty. I love Monty. Don't snap back at me, guys. Don't at me. But you could upgrade Monty. You could trade, especially if he has a big game. And let's say Mike Evans struggles again. Or let's say Zeke has a really, really bad game. You could maybe go after Zeke. Add Zeke for Monty and like Godwin, something like that. I'm not saying he'd do that, but you could toy around with that idea. We didn't think Mike Evans would go for a ham sandwich like he's going right now before week 1, so don't think anything can't happen. Am I the only one, apart from Smitty, who still rocks Hendy on my bench? We're becoming a small crew, Alex. The train is very empty these days. Not a lot of people on the Hendy train. In fact, there's a lot of people that get really angry and they say, okay, enough about Henderson, let it go. Don't bring him up again. And they get mad. Mark, I saw you, because I jumped into the headliner video show to talk to those guys, and I saw you asking a question, Mark, and I don't know if you saw my reply. My reply was, Mark, I've trained you better than that, and I go against the advice you got. You were going to go get, I think that was you, Mark, you were going to go get Watson for who? I forget who it was. You didn't need a quarterback necessarily, if I'm right, but that trade was fantastic for Watson, and it allows you to make a bigger trade and turn that into something else. So while other people would give you advice to don't do a trade because you don't necessarily need it, I'm going to tell you, go get a player you don't necessarily need if you're able to buy like just stupid low and then make another trade and roll that dice that you may not be able to trade him, because I forget what it was. Mark put it in here, but should you keep Penny as a handcuff? Depends on your options, so Mark put that in there as well. James Washington, Debo Samuel, Terry McLaurin, Duke Johnson. I go Debo for now. Rate my team 1 to 10. I got Watson, Kamara, Mack, Cooper, Galladay, Kelsey. I think it's an 8. I like that team. Would you trade Kelsey for Christian McCaffrey? Absolutely, man. You don't even need to get... Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Would you trade Kelsey for C-Mac with Andrews on the roster? Yes. So if you have Andrews, you can put into your tight end spot. First of all, let's talk about the 7. Even if you didn't have a good tight end, I make this trade. I don't make a trade or not make a trade based on depth or something like that. I go based on talent, and I adapt and I make another trade or a pickup or whatever I got to do. But you don't turn down the number 2 or number 3 overall player in fantasy football for a guy that you probably shouldn't even be drafting in round 2, even though he warrants it on paper. Kelsey's too much of a high price for a second-round pick, in my opinion. So you don't turn that down no matter what's going on at tight end. I don't care if you're starting Rob Gronkowski in week 3. Make this trade no matter what. But given that you have Andrews, it's a freaking home run, slam dunk. Keep or trade Nick Chubb. Depends on what you can get. You may have seen something or said something up above. I know you were high on TB12 after acquiring AB. What's Tom Brady's ranking now? I still think he has a top 5 to 7 value. Starting Jimmy G. All right, you guys wait here. Going to the restroom. Because I don't plan on leaving the live anytime soon, so I'm going to make this pit stop now. So you wait right here. Damn it, I had it on mute. I had it on mute again. Now we're on a 10, 15-second delay, so I'm going to see nothing but, your mic's on mute. Your mic's on mute. Your mic's on mute. Smitty just got all my respect with a move of answering questions while on the toilet. Sound. Smitty. Here goes the sound. Mic is muted. Can't hear. Mic is muted. A damn delay we got. Okay, let's go back to the rankings real quick. I know I'm not muted now. All right, let's go back to the rankings. You know what's really messed up? 95 thumbs up when we have 228 people in the room. I like Godwin a hell of a lot more than I do Evans. I don't, Chav, but I don't know that you're off base. I'm not writing Mike Evans off after 2 weeks. Toilet on a scooter, maybe. All right, rankings. So let's go back to running backs real quick, then we'll do wide receivers. So running backs, we have Zeke, Cook, Barkley, McCaffrey, Kamara. I know that's kind of like cheesy, like, oh, you're just ranking the top big names. But how do you honestly sit any one of these guys for anybody else? I don't care if it's Eckler. I don't care if it's Bell, DJ, Henry. You know, I just don't sit any one of those players. Ever. They're unsittable players. Eckler feels like a fantastic start every week right now, but that will end. Go trade Eckler on the high. Trade Eckler for a player like Mike Evans. Trade Eckler for a player like Mike Thomas. Trade Eckler for an Alvin Kamara. Yes, you might have to give a little bit more to get Alvin Kamara, but do it. Big Timer says, 4 people thumb down. Show your face. My man Zeke. Zeke's going to eat this week. Carson, bottom of tier 2. Chubb, Aaron Jones, Henry, David Johnson, Lev Bell, Eckler, all in tier 2. Whoops. David Montgomery, Marlon Mack. So out of this group here, anybody that I think has potential to get into tier 2 this week? Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been saying, Alex MB, a lot, that Eckler's got an expiration date that people don't seem to want to acknowledge. And I like to think of it like you can smell the return of Melvin Gordon, and it only has so much distance that smell can reach. It can only reach you when it's about a week or 2 away. And people are not like taking it in that this guy is like potentially 2 weeks away, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 1, maybe 3 of returning to what will immediately be top 6 to 10 running back value. David Montgomery could climb into the bottom of tier 2. Marlon Mack could. Ingram could. Mixon, I'm just keeping in tier 3. I don't sit him if you drafted him. I didn't draft him. The wide receiver rankings are coming. I'm going in order. Just get ready. It's coming. Don't worry. I appreciate those thumbs up, guys. We got 239 in the room. We got a big crowd tonight. It's late. It's like 1:37 Eastern time, and you fools are all in here ready to talk fantasy football because you're crazy like me. James Conner, a risky play. Absolutely. But I don't know that I bench him for any other of those options like Cooper Kupp and Aguilar. I like Aguilar, I guess, but as a flex or wide receiver 3, not saying bench Aguilar. I repeat, for all of you that have asked me a question where I didn't say Aguilar, I'm not saying don't find a way to get him in your wide receiver 3 or whatever, but for the players you're asking me, I don't bench him. What do you think about David Johnson and Kerryon as my running backs? I have Monty. Wondering if I should trade him. Trade Monty when his value goes up more, though. Don't trade him now. Need to drop one of these players. Jones, Drew Brees, Gallup, Terry. Probably Drew Brees, man. It's a super flex, though. Gallup. I dropped Gallup. He's hurt. Okay. So out of all these, damn it, I gotta open up my phone again. Keep letting it. Let me go into locked mode. Hide or Darwin. I go Darwin if you like a little bit of risk. Make sure you join me live 1 hour before kickoff in the morning, right here on Sleeper U, or on thefantasyfootballshow.com, which will direct you right to this channel, or go to youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow. Did that guy, what was his name, David, leave? I don't know if David ever responded to why he was calling me out, saying that I'm awfully close to Sleeper and the fantasy footballers. Like, I'm still very, very confused by that. Like, first of all, David, is David in here? David, come back. Come back, David. I want to talk to you. You and me, David. You're going to have a one-on-one about this accusation you're making right now. Thomas for Hollywood Brown. What? Are you talking about Mike Thomas? Sacklin. Prediction for Aaron Rodgers at home this week. I think 400 yards and 4. Sacklin predicts that Aaron Rodgers is going to kick people in the nutsack this weekend. Big time. Oh, I need to go. Hold on 1 second. I forgot to click on this little thing right here. Where's David? Where you at, David? Sup, Smitty, says Dave Montgomery. Where's David? Where's David the accuser? David the accuser. Dave, we got to talk, bro. I'm not done with you. With the silliness that you're throwing at me. Spitting at me. We got like 17 subscribers on this show, tonight's live. That's awesome. And I need to turn on. Whoops. Okay, where are we at? David? Dave, was that you, David Montgomery? Was it your comment? Or no? Is this one of you guys screwing around? Damn you guys. Where's that comment? Let me see if that's David. Where are you, David? David? I can't find the comment anymore. Anyways, I just want to say, David, one thing to you, if you're out there. David said that he's not one to step on anybody's hustle, but my names are close to the fantasy footballers and to Sleeper. And let me just say, Dave, yeah, you're not. That's not you, Dave. You're the different Dave. I just want to say this, Dave, and I have mad respect for the fantasy footballers. They've paved the way for a lot of people in video, including myself. They've definitely paved the way, and actually motivated me to get into video in some ways. I mean, a lot of people motivate me to do it, but of course, you see these guys having success with it, and you look up to them, and I do. I look up to the footballers. They're in Arizona. I'm in Arizona, but I've been doing this a lot longer than they have. And yeah, I might be new on the Fantasy Football Show. My video part of my brand might be brand new. We're talking January, but I've been in the business for 16 years. I've been on CBS Sports Radio for 16 straight years. I didn't step on anybody. I'm a dinosaur. I've got dust on my back. Fantasy football dust. I was in this industry when you couldn't even get like payment gateways to even work with you if you were taking financial subscriptions from fantasy football related income. That's when I entered in. I invented the first instant trade calculator, Dave. That's me. I've been in the industry since 2004. So how did I come in, Dave? How did I come in and take over and copy other people's names and stuff? What about all the people that stole my trade calculator invention, Dave? I believe, I don't know that I can claim I'm the first person with a mock draft simulator, but I believe to be one of the very first people to have it on a bigger site. And I created the first mock draft simulator that was instant based, where you could draft over and over and over really quick. And I created the first instant trade calculator where you can select multiple player trades. There's the first trade calculator to ever be instant and be able to select like 4 for 1, 3 for 1 based on auction dollars. Dave. So I've been in this industry before any of the people that you're talking about. Brent says, who cares? He's right. Voice of reason. You guys didn't come in here to hear me say, I told you so, pat me on the back. But Dave challenged me. I'm just defending my honor like the Karate Kid would. Anyway, Dave, I still appreciate you, and I do actually hope that you want to be a part of this community. We've had other people get yelled at before by me, and they still come back, and I end up apologizing to them by way of, hey, here's a deal right here, Dave. $3.99, enter promo code FreeGordon. Go to this URL. You have to go to this URL, sleeperu.com/deal, and get yourself a discounted membership. Xavier says, wow, did that feel good to get off your chest? A little bit, Xavier. A little bit, all right? Super chat, damn it. Sorry. Thanks, Alex. Leave it to Alex. Super chat a long time ago. Oh, by Alex. Sorry, Alex. Alex, just for that, I'm going to let you stare at everybody. Look at that. That photo is awesome. Is that really your photo, Alex? That's awesome. From Alex, I'm thinking of picking up Witten for Disley. But Dallas is going to be a blowout from the first half on, and then no passing game needed. Thoughts? Witten feels like... I like this because Alex is right in front of my face, and I can like scratch my eyes, rub my eyes, yawn, sleep. I should have did this during my 24-hour live stream. I could have just put Alex's face right here, and I could have just went to sleep. Nobody would have known I was sleeping. I think, Alex, that you should go with Disley, but that's me. Here, let's make your head the same size as mine. Welcome to the show. My name's Alex. We're here to answer your fantasy football questions. I'm thinking of picking up Witten for Disley. Let me move. His head looks like it's on my body now. Sorry, entertaining myself. Hope I answered your question, Alex. What kind of answer was that, Smitty? I don't appreciate you. It's late. Welcome to the club. What's up, Doobie? Doobie's laughing at me. Doobie can verify that I wasn't copying nobody. Doobie. Okay, I'll get off it. In terms of fantasy football production, what is the question, Xavier? Rate my team. Oh, we have two Xaviers in here. I was confused there. Dak, Connor, Jacobs, Hill, Hilton, Montgomery, Waller. I like Dak. Dak's playing well. I like Jacobs as your number 2. Hill's out. Hilton's good. David Montgomery's on the rise. I mean, you've got like a B type team, but what could turn you into an A and a home run is if you can get rid of Connor. If he plays well, you can't really get rid of him right now. Get rid of Connor. If, let's say McCoy does well, or you could use Chark. I'd try and get rid of Connor. I'd even consider selling Dak high. Like if you could trade into like an Aaron Rodgers, and the person that has Dak has like a slightly better running back than Connor. Look at that. Look at who you could trade Dak for to try and get into a perceived to be lower valued quarterback, and try and get rid of Connor. Try and get rid of Connor in a way that is sneaky, and you can't do that in a 1-for-1. But you might even before kickoff be able to do something like, hey, I'm going to get rid of Connor for like a Chubb. Let's say you like Chubb more, or those running backs are really iffy right there in that second round equivalent type of range. But try doing something like that. That would make you have a team that's like, you know, competing for like number 4, 5, 6 overall to like being a contender for 1 or 2 all year. You're one move away. Schefter's dropping injury updates. Okay, let's get over to Twitter. Let's go over to the tweeter. As Pappy says, I'm going to send out a Twitter. Where's my Twitter account? Evening, says Kyle. What's up, Kyle? Schefter. Where's Shefty? There it is. Seahawks running back Penny, who strained his hamstring during practice on Friday, is not expected to play Sunday versus the Saints. Marlon Mack, questionable with a calf injury, is likely to play, but teams want to test him in pregame warmups. Those are good pieces of information there on the Twitter. On the Twitter, I kind of have to pick what I want to do because I only have so much time. So I'm not like super heavy on Twitter. I want to be, but I'm gonna probably get way more active on Twitter in the coming months. But like on Instagram and YouTube is where I'm blowing up. On Twitter, not so much because I just only have so much time. But I plan to be on Twitter more. If some of you guys are big tweeters. If you're a big tweeter, I'll be showing up more. Greg Lira says, Lira. Greg, let us know what your question is, my friend, and I will answer it. Last night was funny. Who was Hernandez? What was his first name? I'm like, I forget what his name was. His first name. Are you in here, Hernandez? I remember Hernandez, but I forget your first name. But I remember I was like, Bill Hernandez says, and then I read his name again. Hernandez. It's really late last night. Probably not that much later than it is right now. Dak. But, Greg, thank you for the super chat, my friend. And please ask a question. I'd love to answer one for you. Baker, Stafford safer. Baker has a little bit more upside, but a potential to flop on his face. Unburger in the house. Unburger. Okay. Umberger says, rate my team. Okay. Mahomes, Mike Evans. Okay. I think of Umberger, whenever I think of Gravel Umberger, it's got to be a name. This is one of our best contributors in the chat here that we have. So if you're new to the show, Umberger is like a legend. Absolute, flat-out legend. But his name is so much like, if you've seen Office Space, like Lumberg. I love talking in the Gravel Umberger voice that I imagine. Okay. I've got Mahomes, Mike Evans, Mike Williams, okay. Henry, Kamara, Aaron Jones, okay. Ingram, Carry-On, A.J. Brown. That's awesome. Rate my team. So Mahomes, Mike Evans, Henry, Kamara, Aaron Jones. Love it. I think A-. The only reason I give you a minus is because there's always room to kind of improve. But I think your move to make, wait on Evans. Don't trade Mahomes. You can't do anything with Mike Williams because he's crap in the bed. Henry is a guy I'd look to trade. I don't trade Kamara. Sit on him. People are just scared of him left or right. Henry, Aaron Jones, Ingram, because people are getting really excited about Ingram. Carry on. You have to do something. Tyrell Williams, even. You have to do something with at least one or two of the, or two or three of these guys, but definitely two of them to upgrade one player. So Henry and Tyrell, or Henry and Aaron Jones, should be able to buy you a Mike Thomas. Should be able to buy you another struggling player. You could probably get Juju tonight for carry on, or for you can't trade Henry yet because of the game Thursday. Aaron Jones and carry on for Mike Thomas. You can afford it. You can afford to do that, Umberger. Okay. So, Umberger, that my final piece of advice, okay, is to go trade Aaron Jones, okay, for an Ingram or carry on, okay, for Mike Thomas. That's what I'm talking about, Umberger. And if any of you have never seen Office Space, you probably have no clue what I just was doing. You're probably like, he keeps saying okay over and over. This guy's annoying as hell. Watch Office Space if you've not seen it. Because this Lumberg says okay over and over. It's like the best character. Umberger would be better. I'm writing Umberger. I do dabble in a little book writing and screenplay writing, and Umberger is going to be in it. I'm going to have to get his approval. He said it on a live. I think he gives me approval to use his name, but Gravel Umberger. It's going to be amazing character in my book. Riff super chatting like he knows how to do. Do you trust Wentz over Stafford this week? Yes, I do, but I can't tell you that I am okay with Wentz over, like if I had to choose one quarterback and I couldn't have a backup at all, I trust Wentz about this much to last more than a game, if he even makes it out of a game. He just feels like a lock to get hurt. But I like him more on a weekly basis, week-to-week basis. Get in the basement. Okay. I'm not in my mom's basement. I'm too old for that. When I first started, Dave wouldn't know this because I started in 2004 when I was a young chap, and I still wasn't even at mom's then, Dave. But so I can't yell for meatloaf from the basement here unless I yell it to Miss Smitty, and I say, Miss Smitty, where's the meatloaf? We want it now, the meatloaf. Bring it. During my live tomorrow, I'll do that for my breakfast. I'll be, Miss Smitty, where's my breakfast? I want it now. Jared, yo, your channel's blowing up. You deserve it. Thank you, Jared. We need to be bigger than we are, but we will get there. And I promise you that if we get there, if we get to like 10,000, 15,000 subscribers by the end of December, which is my ultimate goal, I need your help to do it. We can't just rely on the 240 people in this room who we have 112 thumbs up, guys. That's like coming into my house and not wiping your feet after you stepped in a big pile of Dodger poop. And you just walk in and you don't even give me a thumbs up or hello. Honestly, 240 people, we have 113. That's a little off balance. That's like David Montgomery's workload in week 1. Completely off balance. Yeah, Mom, Hot Pockets now. We want it now. But I need your help, guys, to get this channel to grow. We need to get to 10,000, 12,000 subscribers by the end of December so that we walk into January 1. And guess what? While these other people shut down in January, February, we'll return. We're returning in April or May. No, June. We'll do a rookie update in April or May for you, but we'll return in June or July because we're going to go on a little break. I don't go on breaks. I upload every day or go live. And if we can get to 10,000 to 12,000 subscribers in December, and I roll into January doing my Dynasty thing that I do, Dynasty content up the A, we're going to be like, I would say we double or triple heading into August from what we are in January. So if we walk into January with 4, 5, 6,000 subscribers, and then we double from that, 8, 10. We need to be at 12 so we can double from 12. Because we will double from January until, I don't know, July 31st or whatever. I guarantee you we double whatever we're at, if not triple, whatever we are on January 1. So I need your help. Tell people. I don't care if it's somebody that barely looks at NFL stuff. Let's get them into NFL stuff. I don't care if you don't want to tell everybody in your immediate league, your best league. Go tell your brother. Tell your cousins that play fantasy football. They don't play with you. Go walk into a bar, a sports bar, and go, thefantasyfootballshow.com. Send me a video clip of that. I'll comp your subscription. If you show me that you are advertising for me in a way that gets people's eyeballs over here and subscribes, I'll reward you. You rooting for you, broski. I think you're talking to me, and if you are, thank you. Keep churning out that content. Okay. Who to start? Need to. Cooks, Lockett, Boyd, Standard. I go Lockett and Boyd. It's tough because Cooks could do well at any moment, but Andre Miller, Landry, or MVS. Probably MVS because I don't like any of those options, and I'd just be rolling the dice the best I could. What running back do you think I can get for Brandon Cooks? Probably not anybody that you are going to play, but if you can package Cooks together with somebody else, like let's say you picked up Andrews at tight end or Waller and you got lucky and you've got Kittle, do some kind of package. Am I crazy? I think he's starting David Montgomery over Bell. I don't think you're crazy, but I would start Bell, man. Find a way to get Montgomery into your lineup, but not over Bell. Bell's your number 1. Montgomery should be your 2 or 3. So who's your second running back, your third running back? Ravens tight end Andrews is 50-50 on whether he'll play Sunday, which sucks. Foot injury. You guys see that right here on Schefty's tweet? On Schefty's tweeter? Schefty's tweeter says that Mark Andrews is 50-50. That sucks. Alshon Jeffrey, listed as questionable due to a calf, is unlikely to play. Get Alshon out of your lineup. Consider and worry about Andrews. I got somebody emailing me a question. I'm going to tell them I'm live. I'm live on YouTube right now. This is what you get, service from me. I'm live on YouTube right now. Join us. Funny, I just watched highlights on one game that went. Smitty, you think Mike Evans is being hurt from PI being called more aggressively and even challengeable? I don't know. I think people need to just relax on Mike Evans and give him a chance, man. Let's see. I'm on YouTube now. Join me. We'll see if Josh jumps in here. Anybody want to talk movies real quick, or shows, TV shows, Netflix, Amazon Prime? If you guys need a show, one of the best shows around, like period, that nobody really knows about, some people know, is Banshee. Banshee is so amazing. One of the best shows that's kind of unknown. You can find it on Amazon Prime. Banshee. Let's see if Shefty has any more tweeters. Let's see what Antonio Brown's up to. AB. Antonio. Let's see what AB's up to today. Look at this. What's up, boy? Leaving on a jet plane. let's get over to IG real quick. Did anybody see this commercial?
It builds AB.
You guys hear that?
Coach Bill. It builds AB.
AB, cut the shit. You ready to play football?
How you gonna try to ask me if I want to be a Patriot? It's my life.
I want you to promise me no more bullshit.
Coach, I'll be on my best behavior. You'll see.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Who's this?
Who's this?
You called me.
What in the hell?
Who's this?
You called me.
Cut the shit.
You cut the shit.
Let's both cut the shit.
We already cut that shit. We cut him too.
You showed it earlier. Banshee. It's not a movie. It's a TV show.
And I wanted to.
Okay, let's go live on IG. Oh, super chat from Greg. What's up, Greg? So we're live on IG as well. Greg, my running back roster: James Conner, Josh Jacobs, Marlon Mack, Frank Gore, Darwin Thompson, and Mostert. What to consider? I think you need to consider trading Connor, and let's say Darwin goes off or Mostert this week, and try and get into a safer player than Connor. That's what I would do. Banshee. Doobie Snacks. Doobie, maybe you even told me about Banshee. Somebody told me about the TV show Banshee. What's up, Instagram? What are you looking at? Tyler Boyd, John Ross, week 3. Boyd, but it's close, arguable. Andrews is hurt. He's a 50-50 bet to play, so Ingram might be your default, but check into that. The weather, who knows? What up? Super chat from Unburger. Okay. Unburger. Right in front of my mug. Season 3 comes out soon. Of what? Of what, Alex? Unburger. I have 10,000 parlay New York Giants +6 over Tampa Bay, Kansas City -5.5 over Baltimore, Detroit +5.5 over Philadelphia. It is a winner's opinion on. Oh wow, bro, Umberger, $10,000 parlay. What did you put down on that? What did you have to bet? Umberger's a baller, dude. Oh, sorry, Instagram. I forgot you were there. You're like the forgotten child. My bad. Umberger, dude, you were a baller, bro. How much did you put down on that? Trade Bell for Gurley and Edelman. I don't trade Bell for Gurley and Edelman. Hell no. Baker or Murray, Instagram. I'd say Baker. Austin on Instagram, Waller, McLaurin, Brandon Cooks, Kerryon Johnson, pick 2. Kerryon and probably Cooks. Allen Robinson 2, Marquise Brown, T.Y. Hilton, Chris Godwin. Well, it was going on. Umberger, I put 10K, pays 2. Oh, God. Umberger, here we are thinking that you put down like 500 to win 10,000. Umberger put down 10,000 to win 290,000. Umberger, if you win that, I don't mean to be greedy, but if you win that, can you come drop another $10 super chat? I really appreciate it, Umberger. My internet's kicking in and out, guys. It didn't drop, but it almost dropped. So sorry about that. Dude, Umberger's got that AB cash. I like that phrasing too. Umberger's got that AB cash. Umberger, you remind us a little bit of AB in how you ball. You ball out, bro. I think if Umberger went into a 100 below degree freezing, is it back now? It should be back. Why does he have the Giants? Because I think Ronald Jones, or did he have the Giants winning or losing? You do have merch. I do have merch, Alex. Let me ask this. Hey, Smitty, do you have any merch I could wear at my concerts as a means of spreading the word? Yes, I do, and it's right here, Alex. Let me put it right here. That's one shirt you can get right now, Alex. Go to sleeperu.com/merch. Starting Jimmy G. I can read it up here. Goff. I go Goff. Umberger, fund his fiber optic internet. Yeah, dude, what is going on with my internet? Is it back to not lagging? Is everything good? It had to like restart the stream but not affect the stream. It just like paused and resumed. But hopefully it's back. Odds Darwin takes the job this week with a good performance. I don't know about that. Reed loves McCoy. I don't think he's taken anybody's job. I was hoping that one of the other fellow experts was going to be in here and want to join me live. Who's in the Instagram chat? Let's see. Whoops. There's some merch. I could send you some stickers, Alex, and some. These are cool. I just got these in. These are drink coasters, and they're like waterproof on top. But these are cool. These drink coasters. What am I showing it to the Instagram people for? It's not even. It's backwards even. Hey, Smitty, Olsen or Howard? Probably go Olsen, man. Debo or D-Rob? I'd probably go Debo if you want safe. I go D-Rob if you just want to rock out the risk. All good, dog. Internet ripping. Rate my team, Ryan, Chubb. Are there any experts in here? That's what I was looking for. I don't see anybody. Instagram, I'm going to end it real quick and go live in a second. I want to go find somebody. I'm going to unplug real quick and I'm going to message some people, see if they're available to chat. Have them come on live. Anyone want to go on my show? Request in. Okay. Now I'm going to go live again on IG, and I'm going to try and get some like debating going on or something. All right. Umberger is living the dream. He is. Did Umberger respond? Is Umberger going to give me $10 if he wins his $290,000? I didn't even get to see. Did Umberger? Interesting question. If you draft tomorrow, oh, what did Umberger say? Umberger, am I getting $10? You spot me a 10 spot. I put $10K and pays $290. I'll jump on your show, Big Timer says. If you're on IG, Big Timer, I'll let you come on real quick. Get on my Instagram live and then request in. Umberger, absolutely. Umberger's giving me a $10, crisp $10 bill if he wins $290,000. You saw it here. Umberger's, dude, Umberger's a baller. Yeah, if any of you want to go on and ask a question, go to my IG and request in, and I will put you on real quick. If you're from the YouTube community, I'm sorry, but my show is on YouTube. I do give you guys little nibbles on IG from time to time, but you do have to be a part of the big show community over on youtube.com/The Fantasy Football Show. Let me put that in here. I am live on youtube.com/The Fantasy Football Show. Pin that son of a B, and boom. Gore over Lindsay. We got 130 thumbs up. Can we get like another? Can we get to 150? Can we get to 160? We have 244 watching. Gore over Lindsay. Probably go Gore at the moment. No IG. Well, that sucks, big timer. Is Tony in the house? I traded Pat Mahomes for David Johnson. Umberger, you can come on live if you go on IG and request in. Smitty, who do I drop for Olsen? Umberger, if you have like 2 or 3 questions you want to ask on here, join in. I just picture if Umberger requests in, he's going to be on a yacht somewhere across the world where it's like the sun's out, like he's not even in our country, and Umberger is going to have his arms around multiple people, and he's going to be smoking a cigar with sunglasses on, and it's going to be the sun's out, and we're like, dude, where the hell are you? He's going to be on a yacht. Stream is popping tonight, says Big Timer. That's right. Oh, super chat. Jordan with the super chat. Jordan, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough for the super chats. Jordan says, rate my team. Matt Ryan, Chubb, Carson, Monty, Julio, A-Rob, Delanie, Walker, Aguilar, Curtis Samuel, D-Rob, Darwin, Miles, Cobb, Winston. Full PPR. Yeah, let's get to the 200 likes, please. I'd appreciate that. Rate your team. Carson, Monty. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of Carson. Chubb's been struggling. Monty hasn't been unleashed yet. So you're not scoring like you should be scoring, obviously. But I think if you trade Carson, if he has a big week, if you're able to trade Aguilar, if you're able to trade Miles Sanders, if you're able to trade one of those guys, Darwin, if he pops in, upgrade Carson just a tad, I'd really like your team a ton. I think Chubb with like, or if you could upgrade, let's see, Kittle. Can you go after Kittle? Trade Delanie, Walker, and Darwin or Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is a guy that has a lot of trade value for whatever reason. So Miles Sanders and Delanie Walker for Kittle. Go after Kittle. If you could get Kittle, Chubb, Carson, Monty, Julio, Matt Ryan, I'm thinking you're a contender. So I'd go for that. Brandon Cooks and Dorsett for Kamara. Derek, you have to be joking. You get kicked off this show for asking questions like that. Come on, Derek. Kamara has like 1,000 times more value. 1,000 times more value. Derek, go make that trade. Pat yourself on the back, then take a lap. Why doesn't he like Carson? Seattle's running. Well, because he fumbled, twice last week? 10? He's always getting hurt. He can never hold on to the job. Pound that thumbs up. We have 138. Come on. My bedtime is 11. What time is it? 11:18. You kicked my dog, says Jarrett. Take a lap, Derek. Derek, take a lap. You got a lot of people calling for your lap taken, Derek. Tyler says, Boyd or Mike Thomas this week. Bro, it's been 2 weeks. Mike Thomas is a first-rounder. Get Boyd in your flex spot. But why are you talking about your number one wide receiver? Mike Thomas, bro. Mike Thomas. Anthony had to switch over. From what? Had to switch over, Anthony said. I'm not sure for what. Smitty, I'd love to see a collab with headliners. I messaged them today, in fact, and wanted to know if they wanted to do it. We were going to do a collab show, and then they never got back to me. So go tell them that you want a collab show. Let them know. In fact, let's see if they responded. Let's see if the headliners responded to my comment about a collab show. Let's just see. Let's see. I'll screenshot the comment if they replied. Okay, let's see. Here's this comment. Is Umberger coming on? Umberger, are you coming on? Desktop. So I threw this on their last video that they did. So Michael is asking if I can do a collab with headliners, and this is what I wrote recently. Since up, fellas, we still have to do a collab show. Don't forget, hit me up. We can do a dual stream so that at the same time, so that we both be on each other's live shows. And Michael, look, is that you, Michael? Look, that's you, Michael. That's why you got it. That's where you got it from. Oh, okay. He just said it. Sorry, we have a little delay in here. There's like a 10-second delay on the live feed. Michael said, "Rock on, Smitty. I'd love to see that." And then look at another Michael. All the Michaels love the collabing, I think is what it is. The Fantasy Football Show, Smitty. Look at Michael Reyes dropping the comment on behalf of the show. Thank you, sir. Where is Umberger's request to come in live? He must be on his yacht. Oh, well. Umberger probably replied here. Sorry. You guys respond so quick, I can't even read half of this. Smitty, who do I drop for Olsen? Howard, Rivers, Lamar's QB1, Jarvis Landry, Hendy. I'm not a big fan of Howard, man, so I'd probably drop him. Baker or Brissett, should I start? I'd start Baker if you like to gamble a little bit. Brissett's probably even a little bit safer, but DJ or McLaren, I go probably DJ more. McLaren's like more of the dice roll play. Rate my team. Lamar, Kamara, Chubb, Evans, Woods. I like it. I think you're doing pretty well. Consider trading Tyrell Williams and Kerryon together to get one better running back than Kerryon. Or trade Woods and Kerryon for like a Mike Thomas, bro. And then you're lights out. Lights out. Mac, Kirk, or Darwin. Mac, if he plays. Should I risk starting Josh Allen over A-Rod? No, I start Aaron Rodgers. I don't sit him. Ridley versus the Colts. Hollywood Brown versus I go Ridley, but that's tough. Mac or Darwin? I already answered that one. Are you worried about Chubb when Hunt comes back? Well, two triple I. I've already talked about this a ton. That Hunt is a must handcuff to anybody that owns Nick Chubb. I know Seven won't agree, but that's just how I roll. What's up? Thank you. Say my name. I don't know if I can pronounce your name. Say my name. This is another. Oh, this is Sacklin. Sacklin's on IG. Say my name. This is my Heisenberg voice. Say my name. Does that sound like Heisenberg? Say my name. You're damn right. That's my Heisenberg voice. You're Heisenberg. You're damn right. Say my name. Alex with the super chat. Thank you, kind sir. Stop drinking Coke, man. We need you around. Coke ain't gonna kill me. Here. Stop drinking Coke, bro. Thank you for the super chat, Alex. You're the man. Should I trade Delanie Walker? Depends on for what. OJ Howard or Cook, PPR. Probably go Cook. Gordon or Mixon at flex. You gotta go Mixon if you drafted a man, but I find a way to get Gordon in there at your wide receiver 3 or flex. Smitty need a flex. Hardman, Carry-On, Johnson, Mostert, Cohen, Carry-On. But Mostert's got appeal. You would be crazy to go Hardman or Mostert, but I think I go Carry-On. Yes, that's me. I had it open on IG to support you there as well. Thank you, Sacklin. Sacklin's kicking me in the nuts from both sides of the fence. Kyler or Rodgers. I go Rodgers. I don't sit A-Rod. I don't sit him. What's up, Wolf? Where is Umberger? Are you going to come on the show or what? Not today. Not today what, Alex? What did I say? Smitty just responded to your comment on the headliners. Hopefully they get back to you. They have they're from the main guy's from Arizona. The Arizona's breeded a lot of fantasy football people. We got the footballers are here. I'm here. He used to be here. And now he lives somewhere else, I forget, but he used to be in Arizona. So I've talked to him before. They're just so busy because they are getting big. But I did want to do a live. Like if they go live and I go live and we just kind of have each other on the show, then it doesn't really create any like unnecessary work or, hey, we have to schedule a different show. So I told him we just go live together. So hopefully he gets back and we do it. I think we may be smaller than them now. Mark my words. This is not a little challenge. This is just how I feel about the show and you guys and how supportive you are and how I believe you will spread the word and not just keep this little beauty to yourself. Instagram, you're done. You're dead to me, Instagram. Okay. Chark is the real deal. He might be. Oh, what was I saying? Smitty of the 7. Smitty, you have 7 TVs or you watch it all in the red zone. So I could. Actually, I can. Let's see here. So here's my setup currently. So that's you guys. These are my security monitors for around the house. So I got the pad all secure. This is a monitor that currently because I have some adapter issues, I just unplugged this monitor. I wanted to maybe move this monitor behind me right here, like over here, and could put some graphics and stuff on here. But this monitor right here I don't use for anything yet. I have this monitor as well. It's actually my computer. Here's the sign. This is me. Another sign. So right here's the computer. Over to the side is kind of messy right now, but this is where I have this 40-inch right here where I watch the red zone or switch around. So I did have an idea of putting like 10 TVs like all around here so I could stand, watch the games, and do all kinds of stuff. But honestly, I watch the games either right here and I use the red zone, or I'll watch them out in the other area. So that's the current setup. So I don't have 10 monitors or TVs. I do watch the red zone on this channel, or I go back out. This right here is the green screen / behind it we have the magnetic boards where we can draft on, the marker board right there, which I plan to do a lot of. No, I built this room onto an additional room, so I built this. This is my man cave, and I was able to fit it into another larger room in the house. That's why when I say I'm ringing the bell, it can wake up Miss Smitty and be pretty loud. Good luck to all in the clan later, Smitty. LD, you out of here? It is kind of late. The Fantasy Football Cozy. Or Sleeper U HQ. This is the HQ. Need a flex. Aguilar, Terry, White, or Metcalf. I go Terry or White. Thanks, Maverick. AB news to the Cowboys got me. Yeah, there were some people posting that stuff. Fantasy footballers are in AZ too. Yeah, they're here. The main guy for the headliners is also from here, but he moved. Anyway, got to run. Just spent 2 hours on my wedding anniversary on YouTube. Chat tomorrow. Thanks, Alex. Alex, you mad dog. Jake is awesome. He likes Chubb too. Jake seems like a cool guy. So hopefully we do get together on a live here soon. Smitty, you have 7 TVs. Already got to that. Okay, I think I can go all the way down. Alex, take it easy. I appreciate all your super chatting, bro. Umberger, do you want to come on the show, man? All you got to do is request in on my IG live. So if you want to get on the show. Oh, he's send a super chat. Hey, Smitty, why don't you read the super chat? Sorry, Smitty, I can't IG live tonight. Please use my head and pretend you're me since I can't join. Okay, ready? Hi, my name's Unberger. Unberger's on his yacht doesn't get good Wi-Fi. What happened to Alex? You said congrats. What? Oh, for his anniversary. Yeah. Bro, Alex, congrats. Look at my manners, big timer. That's why I have Big Timer here. He puts me in check. Alex, congrats, my friend. Don't get in trouble. Get on out of here. And I appreciate you always dropping in. And I always appreciate the super chats. Never expected, but always appreciated. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Umberger, for dropping another. You're amazing, man. You're awesome. Umberger is... Here's Long's question. Super chat, Long. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Long. If Mike Tyson. It's Mike Tyson. I'm scary. I mean it. Hail Mike Tyson. I'm going to read this question in the Mike Tyson voice, if that's okay with you, Long. If Mike Tyson becomes the starter, he will have major superflex trade value. Is he worth a bench stash? I would have to drop Ravens or Dale Henderson. Depending on your wide receiver, I would probably drop, or your defense, your other defense, I'd probably drop the Ravens maybe. Say my name. Kyler or Wentz? Wentz. Whoops. My phone keeps trying to open. Hey, Smitty. Ghost. What's up, Ghost? Tyrell Williams or McCoy? Alex is probably still here. Alex said he was leaving, but I doubt Alex left, to be honest. All right, Smitty, I'm out. Take care. Get out of here, says Heisenberg. I think I just heard a laugh. Miss Smitty might have heard me. She's sleeping. She's like... She doesn't take me she's like, sometimes she's like, I just can't take you seriously. Say my name. Jesse, we have to cook. Disley or Jared Cook. I go Disley. McDonald, Hardman, Devonta Freeman at flex. I go Hardman if you need a risk, you're willing to lay an egg. McDonald if you want safety. Steelers better off with Rudolph the way Big Ben looked last year. I like Rudolph a lot. Peace out, U.S. Nation. Is he out? Where is he at? Whoa. Long, so hopefully I answered your question, Long. I would drop the Ravens. Whoa. What's going on here? Long, I don't know if you responded. Can you respond again if you could tell me who your other defense is? Sacklin. Interesting question. If your draft was tomorrow, would you... I'm sorry, did you already ask this? Oh, no, you're asking a question from somebody else. Why am I excited to watch Kyler tomorrow? Because Kyler could drop some serious points at any moment. Kyler is very talented. I don't blame you for wanting to watch Kyler develop. Hardman or John Brown? John Brown's safe. Hardman's more of a dice roll, but John Brown may have the same kind of upside too, so kind of feels like the safest option. Tyler, Lockett, Kirk, or Connor for flex. If Connor's going, you might want to roll with him. Lockett could be safe. Long, your defense is Cowboys. So in a super flex league, I do go after Taysom Hill. I do have to go after Mike Tyson. I'm scary. I mean, Mike Tyson. I'll bite your ear off. And I don't know that you need another defense, but I don't know. Ryan says, read my question, but didn't answer it. Must be bad news for me. No, Ryan, that's because I'm I'm easily sidetracked. I could be reading it. That's why I don't like to read questions while I'm reading questions. Because that's what happens when I try and read two things at the same time with one in each eye. What I meant to say was when I'm trying to answer a question and I'm reading one, but I committed to what I said and tried to play it off. Tyrell Williams or McCoy in your flex? Tyrell Williams, bro. A lot safer. I'm still grinding and watching Smitty at 2:30 a.m. Jarrett, what is wrong with you? You have work tomorrow, right? Football. I appreciate you being here. Don't leave. Just got sleeper you, says Joshua. Attaboy. Is your Mike Tyson sounds a little like Elmer Fudd? Elmer Fudd? This is Mike Tyson. I heard a comedian one time. It was hilarious. He said, and that's where I started to do that Mike Tyson voice and try to learn it when I was younger, is there was a guy, a comedian, he's like, so this is not my joke, but he goes, you ever notice that some of the toughest guys have like the weirdest voices, and if you didn't know who they were or you'd never seen them before, you would think that it was like some pansy or whatever, right? Like, what if Mike Tyson became the sponsor of Viper car alarm, you know, back when they go, protected by Viper, please step away from the vehicle. And instead it was like, this is Mike Tyson, please step away from the vehicle. And it was like, it made me laugh so hard. I was like, I gotta learn the Mike Tyson voice. But apparently I don't sound like Mike Tyson. Apparently I sound like Elmer Fudd, says Dustin. Well, Dustin, thanks for crushing my spirits on my Mike Tyson impersonation. But I still appreciate you. Marvin Jones or Will Fuller. I go Fuller. I roll that dice. That die. Those die. I roll those die. Pick 3, Diggs, Fitz, Monty, carry on. I go Fitz, Monty, carry on. Mahomes' voice threw me off first time I heard it. Yeah, he's a real soft-spoken dude. His hair threw me off the first time I saw him. Like, dude, what is that? Looks like a nest on top. Apparently that's the style. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old when I'm like, dude, the bird nest looks funny to me. I feel old. Just made a Godwin for Juju trade last night. I like Juju more, bro. The fantasy blues are real. Got offered Eckler for Jones. Eckler for Julio? I'd rather have Julio Jones. Thielen, Watkins, Godwin. Pick 2. I pick Thielen and Godwin. Rate my team, Smitty. Jackson, David Johnson, Kerryon Johnson, Mike Evans, Brandon Cooks, Ridley, Kittle. Love it. Only thing I could suggest is go trade Sanders or Thompson or with like Ridley for a little bit of an upgrade. I love Ridley. I mean, I'd rather you trade Cooks, but Ridley could be sold high. Maybe upgrade David Johnson into Kamara using like a Ridley, or hopefully you could do that with a Sanders or a Darwin if Darwin goes off. Upgrade into one of these, guys going low. Cheers, bro. What's up, one? Are you out of here? Dustin, I mean, it sounds like Elmer Fudd and Iron Mike had a baby, but still. Okay, well, as long as I sound kind of like Mike Tyson, at least if he had a baby with Elmer Fudd, I'm okay with that. Aaron Jones, your prediction for Aaron Rodgers at home? I think 250 and 4. I could get on board with that. Sack. I'm just gonna start calling you Sack. But Sacklin, I'm not ignoring your full name, but I just think it's more appropriate for the show. Unless you don't like it, I like it. I can call you Sacklin. I wouldn't do it if you felt disrespected if I called you Sack, but I think everybody'd be like, dude, Sack's in the house. You're like a legend. Smitty, do I start Ryan or Wentz? I may have answered this question 2 ways already. I'd probably go Ryan. Smitty, do I start Ryan? Okay, standard, pick 3, McCoy, Gore, Carson, and if McCoy's playing a lot, McCoy, but it might have to be Gore by default. Oh, no, Mostert. Carson and Mostert I'd start. I'm very curious on his opinion. Cameron, what did you ask? Did I miss what you said? Read Sack's question. Your prediction on Aaron Rodgers? That one? Please don't call me Sack. Bad memory in the middle school. Okay, sorry. Sackland. Sackland. Sack is like Shaq. Sack's the man. Sack landed a punch on the guy that called him just Sack. That's what I'm going to say. Hey, Smitty, do I start Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan? You don't sit Aaron Rodgers, but anything can happen. Eckler for Aaron Jones, not Julio. I know it sounds crazy to say that I'd rather have Aaron Jones, but I mean, dude, Eckler has an expiration date. Fly, super chatting. So I kind of feel Aaron Jones. But what do you guys think? Eckler or Aaron Jones? Do you take Eckler because he's playing great, or do you realize he's not near Aaron Jones' value once Melvin Gordon comes back, right? I mean, I feel like Aaron Jones is the better fly. 249 peeps, 35 likes. Eckler, Gordon. We have more than 35 likes. We have 147, right? Eckler, Gordon, worth. What are they worth, Fly? I hold on to them because I don't think you're going to get the right value for Eckler and Gordon. If you could get like a Zeke and throw in something, so Eckler, Gordon, and like a receiver that's going crazy right now that's not quite the kind of guy you expect to continue to play at the level he's playing, like trade low on a Zeke or something, sure. But past that, Gordon and Eckler together are pretty money, man. I don't know that, maybe a Mike Thomas, buy low on Mike Thomas, but I don't know. Long says Eckler all day, but I have to ask you, Long, what happens when Melvin Gordon comes back? I mean, you don't think Gordon returns until after the bye week, week 12? No, man. I think he returns before week 8. I think he could return in week 5 or 6. What's the advantage for him to wait? I mean, he's missing game checks, and I don't know. I think he comes back sooner than people think, and then Eckler falls flat. Maybe try and get more because you might be able to. So you might have a good point, Ryan and Long. Not that I agree with you in what you're exactly saying, but maybe because there's people like you guys that are so adamant that Eckler's money. Maybe I'm selling you short by saying make this trade. Maybe you can get somebody better, more safer. Maybe you could go get a Mike Thomas. Maybe you could go get a Juju, and I'd rather you do that. Even if the need of running back is a little more than the need for wide receiver, maybe you guys have a point just by your comments alone. Ugly dude, my team, Brady, Diggs, Fitz, Brown, Tyrell, Kamara, Bell. I love your running backs. Kamara and Bell are money. I'm not that worried about Kamara. Sure, I'm a little worried, but not like everybody else. It's crazy. Kelsey's good, awesome. Brady. So if I'm you, I go trade Tyrell high. I don't know if you can trade Tyrell and Bell, even though I like Bell, for like a Zeke, dude. Or not, maybe you have to give up more, but like Mack and Bell for Zeke. Diggs or John Brown with Mack and Bell for Zeke. Or trade John Brown and Diggs or Mack and Diggs, Mack and John Brown for Mike Thomas or Juju, then you're rolling, bro. That's how you do it, ugly dude. That's how you go from ugly to filthy. They said Jamal would get more carries than he got dinged up. Yeah. Go try to trade Eckler in a package deal for McCaffrey. I agree with that. I can get on board with that, Cameron. I traded Chris Carson and kind of regret it. I don't know that I'd regret it, man. It's a fumble machine. Injury prone. Disappointing. I could be wrong. I probably told that I'm harder on Carson than even Gurley, and that what did Carson ever do to me? And I don't know what he ever did to me, but for some reason I'm against him. And maybe I have bias towards him. Maybe I can admit that to you right now. I'm being honest with you. I have a bias against my boy, Chris Carson. I don't know why I called him my boy right now, because he's not. I have something against your boy, Chris Carson, and I don't know why. And I don't know what it is. Gut instinct sometimes takes over, and I think I have some facts on my side. It's not all gut. Fumbles, injury, penny. Inconsistent play. Yeah, he failed me. I've owned him before. Thought I had a gem, and then he vanished for a while. Reports are Andrew. Yep, we talked about that earlier. Andrews is 50-50. Carson is a good guy. He probably is. I never said anything about his character. Who are your biggest buy lows? I'll tell you, man. Mike Thomas, Juju, Alvin Kamara, Deshaun Watson. Go get him before. God, I can't even explain how much you need to go get Deshaun Watson. Hold on, I have to see if I have homework due. Yes, I have homework. Yes, I go to school. Don't ask me why. I haven't been to school in so long. I already missed one of my assignments. Okay, I have no quizzes. My next quiz is due September 27th. My next assignment is due tomorrow night at midnight. And my next discussion group is due the 29th. I think I'm good. I'm getting. I've been a college student for. What? I'm kind of dating myself here, but I think I I think it's been about 18 years since I went to college, bro. And so, yes, I'm going back. I'm getting my master's. So, I'm getting my master's after about an 18-year absence from I went to ASU. I went to ASU 18 years ago in psychology, and here I am on YouTube. Go figure. I don't like Fournette, Ryan. Why is Rodgers outside of the top 20 so far? Because people start off slow, man. I do miss school, Tim, a little bit, or I did, which is why I decided to go back and get my master's, because I just kind of like a thing I wanted to complete and do. And fitting it into everything I do is crazy. I'm not a Fournette guy. Who do I start if Andrews sits Hawk or Waller? That's a tough question. You need to, dude, Christian, go trade Hawk, Waller, or Andrews. You need to trade one. I'm leaving to college for freshman year in 3 days, Cameron says. I can give you a couple pieces of advice, Cameron. Are you listening to me? First, I want you to lick your hand and slap yourself in the face as hard as you can so that you remember what I'm about to tell you. And you will remember this 20 years from today. You're going to remember I said that to you because why? Because I said something that's going to stick with you. It wasn't just a random comment. You're going to say, I remember when Smitty said to me on a live in front of 259 people to lick my hand and slap myself across the face so I'd remember this. If you have to, pull your shirt over your head and punch yourself in the stomach too. Whatever you got to do to remember this. But listen to me. This is between you and I. Okay, Cameron? You're going to hear people tell you that getting old sucks and that you should have saved. You should have done this or that. Enjoy it, young man. You only live once. I remember when I was young. And you're like, shut up, old timer. But I'm going to tell you something, Cameron. There's one secret to life. One secret, aside from the happiness and all the things that are probably more important than money and all that. The secret to retiring is saving when you're young. And I'm not talking about just opening up a savings account. You might have already done that. But it's be in a position to pay off your house before you're 40 years old. Because if you go buy this $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 house and you owe this mortgage that you're never going to pay off, or you move from house to house to house. Ruben's got good advice too. But I'm telling you right now, if you pay your house off before you are 40 years old, think about it for a second what that does for you. You have probably more than half of your bills completely, pay, you don't have to pay half your bills anymore. You can do whatever you want. You could retire early. You can start saving from 40 to 50 and retire at 50 years old. Or, Cameron, this is another piece of advice for you. Start putting into your 401k and all of that right away, immediately. Don't sit there and say, I'll do it later. Always pretend like that's a must for you. Put into your 401k and be prepared to pay off your house by your 40 years old. You can do a 15-year, or you can do a 30-year mortgage, but make extra principal payments to pay off your house within 15 years. I'm not saying you're going to own a house in the next 1, 2, or 3 years, but save. I wish I would have done that. Smitty, should I trade Carson for Bell? I would. Go get Bell. Philly will be losing, though, so more throws, says Fly. Aguilar, more targets. Aguilar or McLaurin. I like McLaurin. I don't know why I'm calling him McLaren. Sound advice, says Umberger. Yes, Umberger's still here, which is awesome. But too many people get to like 40, 45 years old, and they literally at the beginning of their 30-year mortgage, and they can't make double payments. They've got bills up the butt. They have braces they're paying for their kids. They have private school that they're talked into by an ex, or all kinds of crazy stuff going on to where you can't put any money away because life happens. So start saving now if I was smart, I would have bought a house cash from savings that I had from since I was 18 until, I don't know when the housing market crashed and everywhere, but especially in Arizona. You could have bought a $200,000 condo for $35,000. Imagine walking in with cash to buy that because you saved every dime you had, or you saved a bunch of money from 18 years old until you were 30, I don't know, 33, and you walk in and you buy a condo for $35,000 on a foreclosure, cash money, and then you're sitting there at 35 years old needing to make Cox cable bill or whatever internet you have, making your internet, your Wi-Fi internet payment, your electric, your gas, and your car payment, and your bills total like $1,100, and that's all you need to make because you were smart enough to pay off your house. McLaurin or Debo? I go Debo. Should I trade Boyd and Hollywood Brown? Should I trade Boyd for Hollywood Brown and Dede? I like Boyd and Brown about the same, and Dede's and nothing right now. Anyways, stop spamming, kiddo. Who you talking to? Oh, the guy that you're talking about. Me get wins. He's just trying to get his question answered. He's okay. You're okay. Me get wins. And he even said sorry. I need trade advice for my team, bro. Look at it. Okay, Fly. Oh, Fly, thank you for the super chat. I didn't even notice it was a super chat. Thank you, Fly. Fly's the man. You ever seen The Fly? Is that what that's from? It's a crazy movie. I have Jackson, Brady. Is this a super 2 QB league? McCaffrey, Eckler. Is that Melvin Gordon? That's awesome. Melvin Gordon. Love your running backs. This is the one you talked about earlier. Okay, Michelle, Mostert, Adams, Hill, Woods, Hollywood, Josh Gordon. Dude, Kittle, that's great, man. I'm trying to get either Evans, Kamara, Galladay. So even if you didn't make a trade, you're on your way to winning this league, especially if it's a 2 QB, but definitely even if it's a 1. But I think that I don't know that I trade Eckler and Gordon because you won't get what you should unless you can get Kamara. I probably trade Eckler and Gordon for Kamara because there's still a chance that Eckler and Gordon kind of take away from each other, So go get Kamara with that. If you can't do that, Mostert could have a really good game this week, and you might even be able to add him with like a trying to think. I don't know if anybody look at the teams that need a QB too. But yeah, you don't need to do anything to that team, but I would try and get Kamara. Very good advice, Smitty. Thank you. Gotta go dry my face from some slap now. Awesome, Cameron. I know you probably didn't take that all in, Cameron, nor would you, nor would I. I didn't. And it didn't even make sense to me. I'm like, whatever, dude. Everyone says this crap. Save. Enjoy your youth. Enjoy your youth, but work hard. And if you're an entrepreneur or you have goals, Cameron, start establishing that discipline now and start making big things happen and start having confidence that you can actually run a business on the side from a dorm room in this day and age with social media and how powerful everything is. You have the power to control your own destiny with that kind of stuff, and just have the confidence. Start thinking about having a side business at all times, Cameron, because you can develop something, even if it's like selling on, some of these sites where you create videos and different things, spokesperson videos and all that stuff, like on Fiverr. You can make money and start saving even in a dorm room. Now, when I was in the dorms, internet was barely even crawling along. Otherwise, I'd tell people that are in dorms and ability to not work yet, if that's your situation, I don't know. You could start saving money that way and start setting yourself up to work from home by doing that early in the dorms. If I was in the dorms right now, I'd love to be Smitty, 18-year-old Smitty, in the dorms right now with the ability that I have with the internet, as advanced as it is with the opportunities you have, I'd be sitting there in the dorm live streaming and doing my show and watching people come in and out with beers, and I'd just be hammering away, working hard while everybody's partying around me, but using that environment to my advantage and having fun in it, but also being responsible and making money and doing well and doing big things. You can win now, bro, at your age, and it only set you up to become that big, that much more awesome down the way. I feel like if I could be back, if I could be 18-year-old Smitty, I would tear it up. I know we all would do that with the knowledge that you gain throughout the years, but I didn't realize what was available to me. Go safe with Dak tomorrow or start Lamar? That's a good question. What do you guys think of that? Dak or Lamar? That's a great question. Lockett, Boyd, or Cook need to. I think you mean Cooks, not Cook. Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cooks. I think you mean Brandon Cooks. And if you do, I go Boyd. I go Boyd and Cooks. I may have said Lockett earlier over that. I don't know. Fitzgerald or Gordon? I go Gordon. Need help bad, DeMarcus Robinson or Emmanuel Sanders? I go Sanders if you want safety, D-Rob if you want to potentially drop an egg or 100 and a touchdown. Brandon Cooks. Lamar and enjoy the game, says Long. Dak for sure, says Cameron. 7 says both. Hutch says Dak. How do you feel about Disley? He's okay. McCoy or Wilkins if Max sits? I go Wilkins. Smitty, you still on? Yes. Dak. I don't know if you thought this was like a replay or something. Dak if KC weather is bad, says Doobie. Mr. E says Dak. So not a like a landslide for Lamar. Hey Smitty, who do I fire up in my flex? Monty, Breda, Boyd, and half PPR. Monty. All right, guys. Don't forget, limited time. Enter promo code FREEGORDON to get a $3.99 sleeperu.com membership if you go to sleeperu.com/deal. You got to go to that URL. You got to enter FREEGORDON and you get $3.99. You don't get the one-on-one advice at sleeperu.com, but you get everything else. I can't give the one-on-one advice out for that cheap because it's a lot of time and commitment on my part, but I give you everything else, the rankings, everything. Go to sleeperu.com/deal, enter that promo code FREEGORDON and get that membership for $3.99. Sleeperu.com. Bold predictions, rankings, articles, trade calculators, you name it. And also, I'm giving out, if you go to Monkey, if you go to this URL right here, if you go to mkf.win, mkf.win/Smitty and make the minimum deposit that they require at Monkey Knife Fight and screenshot that and email that to me. Triple Threat says Sleeper U rocks. Thank you, sir. And if you email me a screenshot of your deposit at Monkey Knife Fight using this exact link, you have to use this link. I will give you a phone call for 8 minutes and we'll talk whatever you want. You can yell at me if you don't like me. I'll let you yell at me for 8 minutes if you want. We can talk football, trade advice, cook up trades for your league, talk TV shows because I know what TV shows you should be watching because I am almost better at that than I am fantasy football. mkf.win/Smitty and definitely take a screenshot of that deposit you make from that link email it to me at sleeperu.com. And you can see it right here, sleeperu. So Smitty at my site. Email me, and I'll give you an 8-minute phone call. Deal? Deal? Mo says, just came upon your show tonight. Good stuff. Who would you use at tight end, Ebron or Disley? And what do you think of running back Mixon or Montgomery? I feel like you got to start Mixon. You draft him as your second best player. And I said to avoid him. You just came across the show, Mo, so you wouldn't have known that. But I think you made a commitment to draft him and play him. Montgomery should be like your flex if you're considering sitting anybody. I don't know who else you have. But Disley and Ebron, I think Disley's like safer right now, but Ebron always has that chance. I feel I should start Rudolph or Watson or Winston. Probably Winston, but Banshee doobie snacks, yes. Probably Winston. Okay, see ya. Who should you start at flex? I have Mike Evans starting at wide receiver. You got to start Evans. You got to start Godwin. I know they're both on the same team, but that was your fault, Alan. They're both guys you can't sit. Carry on. And then past those guys, I don't know what your lineup looks like, but I think David Montgomery is probably the next guy I'd start if you need a wide receiver and no running back. Then Hollywood Brown, but I go in order of Brown or Montgomery Brown. I don't know if that helps you. It's kind of confusing how it's written. Sorry. Mixon is a turd, says Kyle. This is true. Should I trade Eckler and Evans for Kamara? That's a little bit hefty, but I'm not saying that won't work out. But I feel like you can get something else back to make that even. Hello, team. Solid work, as always. The Fantasy Football Show. Boom. Do you start Gore, Samuel, or Devin Smith? I go Gore if he's getting like all the work. Would you buy really low on Joe Mixon, for example, Mike Williams? Yes, Cameron, absolutely. What's all the Monkey Knife Fight fun about? So Monkey Knife Fight is, again, if you go to this link, you got to go to this link, mkf.win/Smitty, and do the minimum deposit. Send a screenshot to me. I will give you an 8-minute phone call if you include your phone number with your screenshot. It's like prop style DFS. It's an awesome way to play daily fantasy. It's like over under on. You can do like a $10 bet to win $10. You can do a $100 bet to win $100, and it's like over under on 245 yards on Baker Mayfield. And you can find some awesome players that you feel like, oh my God, they're going to be under, and it feels like a lock. So you'll bet $20 to, or you'll play the contest, $20 to win $20 or whatever. So it's daily fantasy. That's what it is. It's awesome. It's a great way to play daily fantasy. So Godwin over Monty, even if you have Evans. I mean, Alan, I don't know what to tell you on that, man. You can't sit either one. But yeah, you could get burned on that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Please, if you're new, for whatever reason, like 50-60% of you watching right now may have not hit subscribe yet. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will be back 1 hour before kickoff today. 1 hour before kickoff, going live with you up until kickoff to answer your start bench questions. So if you're not here, what the hell? Be here, get ready. Week 3 is about to kick off. Just hours away, and you know where to find me tomorrow morning at 1 hour before kickoff, whatever that is your time. All right, guys. Later, I appreciate all of you, and don't forget to get your $3.99 subscription going to sleeperview.com/deal and enter the code FREEGORDON. Appreciate all of you. Oh, hold on, big timer. Super chat. Big timer super chat. Hit that like button. Good luck to everyone in week 3. And no, I'm super interactive, guys. Once this live goes and gets processed in a couple of minutes, it could take like half an hour or whatever, or 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes. It will be comment free. This live chat will be attached, but the comments will be wiped out, and you can ask me a question there. I'll try to get back to you before kickoff. I may not, but Mo subscribed. See how your advice goes. Yes, Mo. Thank you. All right, guys. Later. Thanks for the super chat timer.